Well, today I've got a couple of packages that I went to pick up. Can't wait to open them up and have a look inside. A couple of items that I've been waiting for quite a long time now. I've been saving up the money, and we were spending money on other things, so I thought, stuff it, I'll just spend it now. Spring's coming up, get everything ready, so hopefully we'll get some use out of these as we start to do trips at the end of the year and into the new year. Now, the smaller of the two packages is something that just about everybody who has a YouTube channel and a four-wheel drive has sitting in the back of their vehicle. This is the Travel Buddy marine version of the 12-volt oven. I've been watching other people using these for virtually years now, and we just had to get one, try it out, and give it a real good run, because we like doing roasts and things like that, and we think it's a pretty good idea that you can chuck a couple of pies in there in the morning, head off on your trip, and by lunchtime have everything warmed up and ready to eat. Now, I don't know if anybody's done an actual unboxing of one of these before, but I know I've never seen one, so I thought do one on this clip and just see exactly what comes with the package. And so I was quite intrigued to see what sort of connections. Okay, so we've got a fairly standard connector there, looks like heavy duty. That should be rated, it's okay, that's rated at 16 amps, so you're going to need that on a line that is also rated 16, preferably 20 amps. Okay, nothing else in the box there. So it looks like the Travel Buddy comes ready to use. And there she is, the two dials, one for timer and one for temperature. Okay, we assume there's a handle in here somewhere. There is a spot for putting a handle on the outside, so perhaps that's inside. Okay, so that would be the handle and a couple of little mounting, what would you call those, L brackets, the shelves that go inside it, and a small user guide. So that's all that comes with it. It is all wired up and ready to go. And that's pretty much it for that for the moment, until we actually get to test it out. So we'll come back to this one later on when we're out camping and when we're out driving, and give you a look at how it works. There's a ton of videos out on the internet for this, but I don't think there's any out there that are really detailed in what you actually do to cook roasts and things like that. So we'll be putting something like that up later on, so watch out for that. Okay, box number 2 contained this. Now, I'm hoping, firstly, that it fits in the back of the 90 series, and also hoping that it's going to help tidy things up a bit. It's got a fridge slide on it, but we're not going to use it for that, mainly because the angle we've got is a 60 litre, and that's going to be too big, plus we put the 2-zone on top of that, and with that on top of these two boxes we would not be able to open the top lid. So this hasn't been bought for the fridge slide, but I'm hoping the fridge slide will act as a table. So we'll see how it goes. Let's have a look at how we get the space to put that in. Now this is the current mess that we have in the back of the 4x4. So with a bit of luck, the drawers are going to fit nicely, and we're going to be able to sort that out a little bit. Now that's the space I hope that the drawer is going to fit into. If it doesn't, we're not going to have much of a video. And this is all the gear that was packed into that space before. Now, as you can probably tell by the way I was handling that, that was not a light piece of equipment. Hoping that that means it's going to be tough enough. Not that we do a lot of heavy off-road driving. You know, I'm pretty well out of breath. Not that fit as it is, but it does fit in exactly. So that's what I was hoping for. Now, the bits and pieces that come inside. The mounting kit plus the fridge holders. We're not going to be using those. Keys, which as you've probably seen in other videos is a complete waste of time with these things. And a little user's guide. The reason keys are a really stupid idea is this. That opens the top, and locking it won't make any difference. So the keys with these things are just a waste of time. I was thinking about putting a table on the back door, but now we've got this, I'm thinking that this is good enough just to give you a small table to do some work on. We'll see if there's any way of modifying that, see if we can slide something into these and use a little bit of an extension, but that'll come later on. But for the moment, that'll be a good little work area. Let's get a cutting board, put that on there. I think that should do fine. They do come with a little slide out table, but that's not going to do very much, is it? Maybe we'll find some way of supporting that, but I think that's a waste of space. Really not useful. If they were going to build something, they should have done it properly. That's not good enough. But we'll see if we can modify it somehow to firm it up a bit. For the moment, the box is free floating. We will get round to doing the mounting, and we'll add that in maybe another video later on. But for now, let's just do a test pack and see if we're going to be able to make the back of this vehicle a little bit neater than it was before. The drawer slides very nicely. Not much side to side or up and down movement when it's open. Carpeted interior. This protects the metal from scratching. Nice satisfying clunk when it closes. So fairly happy with that. 299 bucks at Supercheap. It's probably about the cheapest drawer you can get. You can mount them one on top of the other, so there's a possibility later on we'll be able to add to that and maybe put another drawer on there. We're certainly not going to put one on the other side because of the angle. Well, that's the end result. The drawer is not fixed down yet. We'll do that a bit later. But I think that looks a bit neater than it was before. We've got a bit more testing to do before we come up with a final packing setup for that, but generally quite happy with how that's cleaned up the back of the vehicle. And what we're using the drawer for at the moment is mostly the recovery gear, tyre repair, ropes, ratchets, that sort of stuff. So everything there is relatively easy to get to if you need it in a hurry. Snatch straps right at the back where you need it most. And we'll see how that setup goes for a while before we start moving it around and trying a few different options.